good evening, Spike Driver Blues. I was thinking this might be a good one to get some right hand working, especially whenever you're working on this alternate bass. And, it's just always nice to get away, like strumming's a good sound, but sometimes whenever you're sitting in your bedroom or, your living room, you might want to play a little bit of a melody, something other than strumming. So, I thought this was a good one. You'll see videos online of how other people play it. I'm not doing how even Mississippi John Hurt played it. I'm kind of more thinking of just how it can help me, how it can help you. They're online. You'll see videos and you'll see Mississippi John Hurt play it, and he plays it with his third finger hitting the bass there. Now, and that's perfectly fine. That's how I've played it for a while, until I decided to really use my thumb, more like a Jimi Hendrix or something like that. Not that I'm Jimi Hendrix, that's for sure. But what it does is give you it gives you a little flexibility in playing. Then you can use, instead of being restricted to fingers here, you got all your fingers kind of at your disposal. And like here we're playing behind the thumb on the second and first and second fret, but Jimmy, that's where you can kind of play. If you get used to that thumb, you can really kind of use it to your advantage in both directions. But that's not the only reason for the lesson. I was thinking this is more of a right hand lesson than anything. This gets you really trying to separate that thumb and the pointer finger, getting the bass going, because you're like the drum, you're the bass, and you're the melody here. You're the lead guitar player, because here, there's no drum, obviously, but you are the rhythm. You are and that's a, good drum beat. Boom, chick. So when I play the thumb, like I said, we will go through the thumb, and on the right hand, I am using two fingers. Mississippi John Hurt used two fingers. There are guys out there that get along just fine with only using one finger, and you can actually do that too. But I encourage you to find your own. I kind of started playing banjo a little bit, and that influenced me where I can get some good rolls going. So that's how I usually use the two fingers. And sometimes I use a thumb pick, these National large, that's what I like. If I need a little more, if I'm playing a little bit more like Reverend Gary Davis, or the finger picks too. But let's look at Spike Driver Blues. So right away, we're picking up with these two and hitting the third string on the third fret on the second string. That's the pickup. And I'm not going to go through every note here. There are videos that go through every note. This is going to be more of a broad stroke kind of thing, where we can just kind of work on this right hand. And so, getting the boom chick. Sorry, the pickup. Now that's an interesting part, because he actually, instead of going and hitting that downbeat, he kind of gives it that, hits it in between. So you see, that's where you gotta get this, you got this thumb going. You're actually hitting that in between in between the sixth string and the fourth string. Well, in between the beat of them. Oh, sorry, that's the straight way. That's the more syncopated way, which gives it a good little So I encourage you to just work on that. Because the key there is not to go like with that thumb, like hit that G too many times. You gotta alternate. Make sure you alternate. If that's the case, slow down to a crawl. So that way you can, the more you get this, the more you can then start syncopating other things and playing off beat, and not, you don't have to. The key is to get, you're playing straight with this thumb. But those pointer fingers, those first and middle fingers, they're playing off the beat, they're playing on the beat, and you can get comfortable with that. So I encourage just play that and make sure you're alternating. Now I changed it up there a bit, and that's just the way, play around when you don't get old. Don't get too zoned in on the exact thing. Just this is all about learning, you learning. Now that's where it goes to. So we got this part. So let's look at that part. So remember, keep that thumb going. That's a tricky one. So this is on the beat. Pinch. Okay, so it goes to that. And then, you can do this. He brings in this on the alternating bass. I think it kind of implies a C, I guess. He's playing that E note right before he goes to. So it goes. Point is, this maybe forget about the pointer finger going here for a second, and then just stay with this, because the riff is so now this is where I change it up a little bit, and usually he does I kind of like to give it a more of a, where it's a D. And this is also a good exercise. That's what I kind of thought of it for this right hand. So you pinch. Got to keep that right thumb going. Now technically I think it's, get that alternating bass there. That's the key, not to go when you're with that right thumb. It's not it's an alternating. See, I almost did it. So you got to keep that alternating bass. Sorry, got to get the rhythm going if you start in the middle. This is a good example of stopping, slowing down, get the bass. I'm hitting a bit of a, like, what do they call them? The yips, where it's like my finger won't do it. I know I'm on, well, it's not live television, but you know what I mean. So it's, and then that, so gotta get that right thumb. There it is. Wow. There it is. Going slow is tough too, but going slow is good. See, I was probably going too fast in my life. And this is now helping me out, because you can see I was struggling there. Alternate. Pinch. Catch it on the upbeat. And then the ends with, and then same thing. Make sure you pinch that. And then I would say once you get that, you can then kind of start feeling your own, like, he plays that flat third and third, major third against each other a lot, and that gives it the blues. So I think I've rambled for long enough and made lots of mistakes, but I hope it helps you guys out. Have a good night.